A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a troubling report released by the Conflict Monitor Action on Armed Violence, AOAV, it has been revealed that Israel has closed nearly 90% of its investigations into alleged war crimes and abuses by its military forces in Gaza and the West Bank without any charges or findings of wrongdoing. This alarming statistic raises serious concerns about accountability and justice for the Palestinian victims of these incidents. The AOAV's analysis, which examined 52 incidents publicly acknowledged by the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, or reported in international media between October 2023 and June 2025, highlights a staggering total of 1,303 Palestinian deaths and 1,880 injuries, alongside 2 allegations of torture. Out of these investigations, only one resulted in a prison sentence, a 7-month term for a reservist filmed abusing detainees at the SDET Man Detention Center earlier this year. 5 other inquiries found that violations had occurred, but these only led to internal reprimands rather than any criminal charges. The report's findings suggest a disturbing pattern of impunity, as 46 cases remain unresolved, with 39 of those closed without any findings of fault. This lack of accountability is particularly evident in high-profile cases, including the February 2024 killing of at least 112 Palestinians who were queuing for flour in Gaza City, and a May airstrike on a tent camp in Rafah that resulted in 45 fatalities. The IDF has stated that all exceptional incidents are assessed by a dedicated fact-finding team before any referral to military police. Yet critics argue that the process is slow, opaque, and rarely leads to trials. Israeli rights group Yesh Din has pointed out that out of 664 complaints linked to previous Gaza operations between 2014 and 2021, only 1 prosecution has resulted. This raises serious questions about the effectiveness of the IDF's internal investigation processes. In response to the AOAV report, the IDF has claimed that it conducts thorough examinations of any allegations of misconduct by its forces, stating that these processes are in accordance with both Israeli and international law. However, the IDF statement also acknowledged that operational activities in armed conflict may lead to civilian casualties, which they argue do not, in and of themselves, constitute a reasonable suspicion of criminal offenses. One of the most scrutinized incidents in the current conflict involved an April 2024 drone strike that killed 7 aid workers from World Central Kitchen. Despite the clear markings on their vehicles and prior coordination of their movements, the IDF later termed the incident a grave mistake and dismissed 2 officers, but no criminal charges were filed. The AOAV report concludes that Israel's investigations fall far short of international standards for independent and transparent inquiries into alleged war crimes. This lack of accountability not only undermines the rule of law but also leaves victims without justice, perpetuating a cycle of impunity. As the situation continues to unfold, the international community is watching closely. Calls for independent investigations into these incidents are growing louder, as advocates stress the need for accountability and justice for the victims of military operations in Gaza and the West Bank. The implications of these findings extend beyond the immediate context, raising fundamental questions about the nature of military accountability in conflict situations and the protection of civilian lives. The AOAV's findings serve as a stark reminder of the urgent need for reform in how military investigations are conducted, ensuring that they meet international standards and provide fair and just outcomes for all parties involved. Without such reform, the cycle of impunity is likely to persist, leaving countless victims without the justice they deserve. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.